Hello friends, welcome back to my trading signals for cryptocurrency. We have Bitcoin, Solana and Ethereum. These are the cryptocurrencies that I'm covering for this month of March. So today is the 5th of March. We had a volatile day, not extremely volatile as the previous ones, but just like I told you in the last video, this was going to be a day offering both opportunities for either long and short. You can see that if you're lucky, really depending on your time zone. For example, I was basically sleeping for this entire movement. You could have made a juicy long and afterwards a juicy short, only to get another juicy long again. So this was one of the ones, basically the only one that I caught for today. But again, if you're living under a different time zone, maybe you could have benefited from other movements. So for tomorrow, we can see more of this continuing. It could be more. I mean, guys, technically, it's still possible to see another massive pump, another massive impulse. It could happen either tomorrow or by the 7th of March, because this range of days could still affect some of these days, okay? If nothing happens in the next few days, maybe then this was the one that was the completely green impulse, okay? Again, there were some possible signals for corrections. That's why I told you that we could see opportunities for both long and shorts. So that's maybe the outlook for the next few days. Around the 8 to the 9, also volatility. Okay, you see the same pattern right here for the 8th of March. So maybe the 8th of March will also be a day where, regardless of what general direction the days go, it could provide opportunities for both long and short. Okay, these are some quick perpetuals. These are not some positions that you should leave open for several days. Okay, you should only watch and see the markets and get out. Okay, now the real weak, the real dangerous kind of days will start to begin, I think, around the 10th of March. Okay, right here I'm seeing a potentially very drastic range of red days, which could go consecutive, meaning that we could see Bitcoin go lower for several consecutive days, at least 2 days. Okay, in the worst case scenario, we're talking about potentially 3 and even 4 days, which is actually not that likely. But yeah, that's basically the outlook for Bitcoin. Now let's take a look at Solana. Basically the same, but with much less optimism. We see Solana, for example, had a complete yellow day, meaning that, well, not actually. Yeah, actually not. It was like Bitcoin, providing opportunities for both long and shorts. But at the end, it basically managed to go above the starting position. So it's a green day. It's volatile, not extremely volatile, just like I told you for the other days. For Solana, at least, it completely ignores these both days of the danger zone, the first danger zone, basically, on the 4 to the 5. The 4 basically also part of this yellow zone, which basically means extreme volatility. Okay, that's what we saw basically in all of these days. So for Solana, at least, it shows that it can continue following what Bitcoin does to a lesser extent in the sense of effectivity. Okay, it might not provide extremely juicy opportunities. The price might not pump pump as hard as Bitcoin, but it can crash even harder than Bitcoin. Okay, so we still have a long way to go before Solana regains $200, for example. So I still think that Solana will eventually perform much better than Bitcoin, but it's very, very far from that. Okay, just like I told you, for Bitcoin, Solana also shows that around the 10th of March could provide the opportunities for basically mostly profitable shorts. Okay, around the 15th, very volatile day potentially as well. it's basically a green outlook, a more bullish outlook for these days. And after the 20th of March, I think it's going to paint a whole different story. But before we go over to those dates, I mean, we still have like at least 2 weeks in order to actually see that stuff. So yeah, that's basically what we can see for Solana. For Ethereum, the thing is basically the same. For example, you see volatile days providing opportunities for both long and short. Okay, basically the same outlook really. There's not much difference from what we just saw with Solana and Bitcoin regarding this Ethereum chart. Now, also the same thing that I told you around the 10, possibly even in the case of Ethereum, it could start even sooner, around the 8, for example. We can see very, very volatile days. For example, this opportunity zone, or basically days where we can see nice impulses from the 8 to the 11. Many of these days, basically almost all of these days, are also shared within this other red box. So these days will provide basically the same as today, opportunities for both long and short. Maybe one of these days will be more likely to go full green, and maybe another day could be full red. So be aware of that, be aware of the patterns. Around the 12 to the 13, basically mostly green days for Ethereum, but 14, 15, and possibly extending further, I think it's a very dangerous time to be for Ethereum. Or if you're looking like as I do, it could be a very profitable opportunity for shorting Ethereum, because for some reason, people think that we always have to be bullish on cryptocurrency. That doesn't make any sense, in my opinion. I mean, you should only go to what gives you the most money. So if you're in a time, for example, when we were on February, and I told my people and I gave massive profitable short signals for both Bitcoin and Solana. I mean, you just go where the money is, okay? If you're going to make more money shorting cryptocurrencies, just short cryptocurrencies, okay? It doesn't matter what everyone else is. If you're going to make more money longing cryptocurrencies, just go long, okay? For some reason, especially towards shorts and bears, people really have like this very weird idea that bears and shorters are enemies of crypto. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. No sense at all. We just want to profit from whatever situation we're in. So yeah, having said that, guys, that's all I have for you. I'll see you guys later. Subscribe, like, and share. Comment, all of that. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care.